longer in service.
Yo, what is poppin', everyone? How are y'all doing today? The face game. In case you're wondering, I'm doing wonderful myself today. How are we doing? Ability, Henry, Hickam, Tenobite, Gobsmacker. That's a lovely name. Plasma, Lot. How are y'all doing? Yeah. So, we're doing a good old feedback stream today. You know the drill. Look at this idiot over here. What's poppin', Mr. Throw Me? How you doing? But yeah, you know the drill. Submissions are currently closed. Or actually, let me actually make that a true statement by actually closing them up. Send messages. No. Access denied. Okay. Boom. Close that one up and close this one up. Boom. Alright, sick. Yeah. Submissions are currently closed, but if you'd like to submit, join the Discord and submit to hashtag feedback stream at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays. We'll be going over all the sentence tracks first, and then all the courts, and then everyone else who submitted to the stream. If there's a queue of donation skips, we'll alternate between dono skips and normal submissions. We'll try to fill up about 2 hours of feedbacking, and this is for constructive criticism purposes only, so I'm only trying to help you out. And we do these streams every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, that being said, let us begin. Where are we at? Boom. No, pause. Boom. Boom. Okay. Sick. And go to court. Then we get the court queue going. Boom. Stop doing that. It's like opening it up on my chat window. Not the stupid. Right. Boom. Oh, here we go. Click that one. Okay. All right, we're good to go. For a little bit. So, let's get into it. Boom. I had to double check if my mic was on real quick, cause yeah. Also, I think I figured out if I click the Greg approves button, it just won't restart itself. But I think I figured out why, and that's because the tail of it after it's faded out, there's just a really long span of time where there's no where you can't. It doesn't exist, but then it's just turning itself on and off. I think that's why it doesn't restart. Also, yo, Gobsmacker, let's go. Court of Netties, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. Here, if you want to submit to the court real quick, I can open it up for you. Hold on, yeah. I'll keep it open for you if you want. But it's open until anyone. There you go. All right, yeah. So let's get into it. All right, Sephie with "Welcome to Brawlhalla V4" redescription. Not the real build-up. We're working on one as of right now. I just wanted to put that as a fill-in. All right, dope. I'm a little bit confused. Like, the drop feels like it's lacking a lot of impact. But the mix is really clean. You're doing a good job with that. I wish the main synth was a little bit louder and like a little bit more like prominent in the whole thing. And that little like vocal like on the offbeat is a little bit weird too. It goes like the one that's like every that one. Yeah, there should be like a little like filter. Maybe you could like low cut it, but at like 1K hertz or something like that for like a stylistic effect, and that way it's like a little bit more like the background. Yeah, the sub is mixed really nicely, especially with the kick. I like that. I'm also not like a personally I'm not a fan of the like the saw stack as like one of the main elements. I wish it was like something else a little bit more like sound designed, if you know what I mean, like it has a little bit more effects and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, definitely just lacks a lot of impact because of it. Yeah, I mean, I think that the idea is there. It's just, the impact is definitely not there, but the mix is really nice. I think something that you're going through right now, now correct me if I'm wrong, but it might be like, because you've kind of been mixing, and that kind of adds your impact, you got to find out a way to add the impact without, like, cranking the mix. I might be wrong on that, but, like, I feel like that's what's going on here. Yeah, I think the main thing is just you can't hear the weird like little plucky thing that well, and that's supposed to be like the main like driving like force in this tune, but it's not quite there. So I would definitely recommend kind of cranking that. Try to see where your main elements are and try to boost those a little bit. And yeah, that's about all I have to say for this. It's a pretty short clip. And yeah, you said the build up is a little work in progress. So no worries about that. But yeah. Maybe also like some variations could be dope because you've kind of been using the same synth throughout the whole drop. It definitely needs a switch up. And dude, you made that like what was it like a 128 bar drop or something, or like it was like a ridiculously long drop. Just like do what you did there and just switch it up every like 8 bars. Try that. But yeah, Sephie, well done. I think this is a cool idea. And yeah, once you kind of get the main elements figured out, I think you'll have a very sick track. So yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, up next we have Throw Me with "We Are Once Again Continuing the Beginning That We Started Yesterday Weeks Ago." All right, dope.
Hello, welcome back. My name is Throw Me, and we're going on 4 weeks here. What's that, like a month or something? I think that's the longest I've ever like focused on one song before. So yeah, really starting to lose any creative drive I have left. So I did such a minimal amount to this, i.e. change the chords and some shit. I don't know. Enjoy, I guess.
Ooh. Oh, I really like that chord here. Wait. That hits nicely. I like that a lot.
So yeah, there you have it. I'm hoping I'll see y'all next week. We'll see if I can keep this shit up. Who knows? Only time will tell, I guess.
the fucking Cardinal Cinnamon thing. Just slapped it in.
Only time will tell, I guess.
There it is. the fucking Cardinal Cinnamon. You're just slapping it in everything now. But yeah, if you're not like aware, this man Throw Me has been consistently like taking this little like loop thing here and just like adding on more and more elements until it's like eventually gonna become like a full like drop or track or whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Enjoy, I guess.
All right. So if I were to feedback this, right, I would say the chords here, the sub needs to be a lot more prominent. Like you should just like take the mid bass that you have right now, kind of like cut out any existing sub, and then just add your own like clean sub in, just like a sine wave with like one harmonic, and that way you'll have a very very nice and solid sub layer going on. Yeah, I mean it sounds really dope. So yeah, not much to say about it other than that. Again, the story of telling is just immaculate. You know, weeks ago, and you know the overall vocal delivery is beautiful. There's a sub button maker louder. Yeah, for sure. Do that. Yeah. Also, he said in the description, "Hello again. I feel like from this point on, each iteration of this track is gonna get much worse. Enjoy while you can." Hey man, if you just like, you know, I feel like it's already sounding pretty good. So you know, if you don't touch it, then you know it'll stay like this and it'll be good. So no worries. Hey man, this is dope. Mr. Throw Me. Well done. So let us go to the next track. Also, let me one thing real quick. Okay, no, we're big. Showed up. Okay. Yeah. Up next we have the Milkman with Cliche. Cliche. Let's go. I think. Snare's a little bit loud. Okay, that initial hit was really fucking sick. Like I wasn't expecting that to hit that hard, and you pulled it off really well. So like I was expecting this to just be like kind of like a chill drop. Then you were like, nah, fuck that. And you slapped in the biggest fattest drop, dude. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, sidechain is too long for sure. I felt like like initially the rhythms were a little bit confusing, as in like. You have like a kick rhythm going on, but like it took me a second to like figure it out. But like because it was like it's such a slow BPM, I think you would really benefit from kind of like keeping stuff on like on just like the eighth notes and like quarter notes instead of like any like 16th note kick stuff. Just to kind of like solidify the rhythm more, and like make it a little bit more apparent. But you know that's just me. So. Yeah, definitely wish the sidechain was a little bit less. I wish there was some like actual hi-hats. Like I know you have them from the intro here, but like I mean like actual like just hi-hats from like a drum set or something. And that way you film the Hyena a little bit better, because this is filling more in like the like 3 to like 7k hertz range kind of. But I'm looking for like the really like top end. So some hi-hats, the hi-hats would really fix that. Yo, Clout Moret. How do I say that? Moret? Is it Moret or Murray? I have no idea. Stewards of Discord. Yo, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the 11 euros, dude. Went above and beyond. Hey, thank you so much. We'll get to yours right after this track. Much appreciated, man. Thank you so much. Yeah. So a little bit of hi-hats, and also like a switch up kind of would be nice. Maybe like, you know, you could probably just do like an octave difference. Yeah, like we get this like little filter in, but then I'm kind of like expecting some like big switch up, but then it doesn't really happen. So me personally, I love heavy sidechaining, but if there's something to fix, then I'll be sure to work on that. Yeah, I mean, heavy sidechaining can work, but you kind of have to like not like spam kicks for it to work. You kind of have to keep it on like the quarter notes if you want to make like heavy sidechaining work. So you'd have to like, you know, stick to the, what is this, like 90 BPM ish thing? And yeah, 90 BPM ish quarter notes. So yeah, I would definitely recommend to make the kick pattern a little bit more simple, and then heavy sidechaining would work pretty well. Also, with the little vocal that goes like right, it goes like a half step. It goes like out of key, and which is fine. But it should, like, I think you should have like other like instances where it goes, instead of it goes so it like actually stays in key, if that makes sense. Like, do you know what I mean, or do you have to like go into Ableton real quick? I have it open. Yo, holy oh my god, dude, everything. Yo, everything is happening at once, dude. Fucking Baxter with a Senate. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, dude. Upgrade time. Yo, let's go, dude. Enjoy the perks and the sample packs and stuff. And Gobsmacker with the $10, dude. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much. Not only did he get the membership, you got the membership. Yeah, you got the membership, and you got the $10 donation. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. And you sent it in the DMs. Perfect. Yeah, let me have a look. Okay, here it is. All right, boom. Yeah. So as per protocol, we'll be alternating between dono skip and then like normal submissions, and then we'll get to yours in about like tracks after this one. So thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. All right. Yeah, let's keep listening. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. I got you. Okay, cool. No, like it. Okay, here I'm just gonna explain it like the way I see it anyway. My face cam is not present. There we go. Okay. Here. Okay, so let's do this. Right, that's the key we're in. Hold on. It's kind of hard to explain. Hold on. Let me put this at like 90 BPM. Right, you get the idea, right? So we have like this. Let me zoom in. So we have the establishing minor key, and then we have the minor chord, and then we have. But if I put this note here, doesn't sound right, does it? So that's how you know that's like it sounds fine in context, but it's technically out of key, right? So if you put a semitone up, now it's in key. So it works if you just have it like as a quick note, but it won't work if you're like repeating it over and over, you know what I mean? So I would like you could probably just like go in and like surgically pitch it up, and those aren't, yeah, they are. Those are here. It doesn't go. It doesn't go like. It goes. It goes like that. So it's definitely this one. It's like that. So that's what I'm trying to explain. All right, let's go back. And this is a fucking lovely tune. Ooh, I love that release. Good shit, dude. Man, this is just a fucking vibe, man. Okay. My guy, this is fucking dope. I wasn't so you like started off with this like really dope Reese. Now you know me, like I love Reese's, right? Like you brought it now. I was like, okay, setting me up right here, and then you're just like, yeah, really dope. I think the sidechain in this drop worked better than it does here, so I would definitely reduce it a bit here. But man, like you nailed the vibe. You nailed the the execution is like almost like right there, and like you're doing a great job of it. So I really like this a lot. Like, really fucking dope. Be careful when you're like layering vocals like this, because they can get loud really fast. You gotta like. I would recommend you just don't layer it like that, because I think you just took two of the same like vocal things and then slightly delayed them or something, and then like got it to be like loud that way. I would just recommend to like not do that. Maybe if you wanna add like an extra layer, I would just add like a chorus instead, and that way you have like width instead of yeah. You would have like that like effect that you're looking for. But yeah, man, this is really dope. Like. Other than like the sidechain thing, I don't really have much to feedback on this drop. Good shit, man. Really dope. I like this a lot. Like you nailed the vibe. You have the drops, and definitely the second drop was like a really pleasant surprise, man. So well done. The switch up is what got me. Like, yeah, I was like expecting like something very like similar to this, but like every drop, like this first drop exceeded expectations, and then also this second drop. I think that's why I like it so much. And yeah, really nice, man. So well done. Definitely a really good song from you, Mr. Milkman, and yeah, I look forward to hearing more from you. Really dope, man. Yeah. So let's go to the next track. All right, up next we have Clout. I still don't know how to say this. I'm so sorry. I'll just say Clout. All right, we got Clout with iloveyou.exe. That little like saw wave pad, or like the little like hovering pad thing, has some phasing issues. So you gotta like reduce the width on it a little bit to fix that. It's like a it sounds, the way you can tell, and this is how I like learned if something has phasing issues, is that if it sounds like it's like either like completely different on both sides of your ears, or it sounds like it's kind of behind you, then it's probably phasing. So that's like how I learned to like for it. We're getting the fucking tattoos, dude. Let's go! I'm so excited to see this. That's so awesome, man. Keep me updated, man. It's so cool. We've got a lot of like low mids going on, like a lot of like resonances in the vocal. I think because of your reverb that you've got going on it. So I would recommend you go into like your vocal, and when you have the reverb, you get like a little low pass on it. So you, instead of like what you have like kind of like this, I would just like take this and kind of put it up to like 700 hertz. I have it at, and that would probably solve it. If it doesn't solve it though, it still sounds kind of like muffly in like this kind of range, then just kind of make it a little dip there. That is what I'd recommend there. Sorry, that's still on. My bad. I am 17 years old. There's definitely a way to make this a lot more punchy, right? So definitely add like the main thing that I am not a fan of is definitely the vocal thing with the weird like resonances going on. And I think like once you fix that, you'll have so much less like kind of like clutter going on that it'll like be more like it's hard to describe, but like you'll be kind of like in the vibe. Just fix the fix the resonance thing, and it'll just automatically hit it a little better. And I would definitely bring like a get a low cut and just kind of bring it up slowly until like 500-ish hertz or something, and that way you're like cutting at the low end before the drop hits, and then when the drop hits, you cut it back. Yeah, drums need to be a lot louder. There's a lot going on, and like it needs to kind of like, you need to kind of like remove some elements, or like either like push them to the background or remove the elements, such as like you brought in like a little like low frequency kind of like piano kind of thing. I'm not too sure what it is, but it's like bringing in these like low frequencies that I don't like. Like you got to kind of decide, what do you want us to listen to, right? Because there's like a lot going on, and you need to kind of take the thing. Like I would imagine you want us to listen to like the whale call thing, like the little now I would just take that and like mix around it, right? So if you have any elements that are like louder than that, I would try to like maybe add like a reverb at like a low decay time and a high dry wet, and that way you're kind of pushing it to the background. But the main thing to take away right now is the mix, right? And that is when you have like all these elements, like you need to watch out for the muddy frequencies around like this range right here. So like right here, like say like 80 to like 200-ish, you have like a lot of this going on, like a lot of that. right now. You're not doing that, but like you know, get what I mean. Like a lot of this. So I would definitely try to bring in some more. I'd try to EQ it like that a little bit. Now this already has not that much. You get the idea. You get the idea. I'm over explaining. There you go. All right. Also, we're not getting any hi-hats. Oh, now we are. I would bring them in like in this first half. 69. Let's go. Nice. And also watch your panning, because you have this, like, now you have this piano that's coming in also in that like 200 muddy range. And so and now it's panning around. Now that is I would say that's kind of a cardinal sin of EDM. The lower frequency you go, the less you want stuff like to be wide and panning around. I would say like anywhere above like 3K hertz is where you can go like completely crazy with panning, but I would never do it in like a low frequency range. It kind of causes like issues when you play it over speakers. And that's because low frequency waves are like can cancel each other way easier than high frequency waves. So if you're playing like a muddy frequency through a speaker and like you're panning it around, then you might be causing phasing issues and you just won't hear it sometimes, or like you won't it's just it won't quite always work, which is not a risk you want to take. Everything like 250 below should be met, yeah. No, there's no like definite number on it, but I would recommend anything that's like anything that you can like comfortably hum is like kind of like a actually that's a weird way to say it. For me, anything that I can like comfortably hum, like in my personal vocal range, I would always kind of like. Yeah, if something is wide, take up space. There you go. Fixed. Just still a lot of that reverb resonance that you're getting because of the decay time with the like no low pass combo. It's definitely causing issues. And I can't really like understand the vocal as well because of it. Like you need to like definitely turn down the dry one on the reverb and EQ it so that it doesn't have those like resonant like frequencies. So it's a very big deal. Also just kind of like the structure is a little bit confusing as well. Like I'm like I don't know, you have like I don't know, let's say I don't know how many bars this is, but I think it's like 4 bars, right? You play out 4 bars of the drop and then you like switch it up to this like other section, but like I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's like its own designated section or something. It's like kind of weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's like yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so you have 4 bars of like the main like boom, right, and then you have 2 more bars of like that same thing, but then you switch it up after that, and it's like 4 more bars. So it's like you have like 6 bars of a drop, but then you switch it up. Keep stuff in increments of 4, and then it'll be like less confusing to listen to. Yeah, here. You hear it? You hear it? It's like 6 bars, and then it switch ups. It's just Wait, no, wait. Oh no, I get it. Okay, no, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. No, I figured it out. I figured out the sauce. So what you're doing is you have 4 bars of the drop, then 2 more, and then you have a little fill, and then it like switches up. But that's really just like an end section to end the thing. So really, you are going for 8 bars, and then you're going back to it. I get it now. I get it now. So what I would do here is make it like more clear that it's like just a quick section rather than a switch up. And a way to do that is like I wouldn't put the drum fill before you go into that section, because that kind of like indicates like a switch up kind of. So I would keep the drum fill till like the last bar of the 8 bars, so the 8th bar basically, and that way you're making sure that it's clearly understood that it's switching up, or it's like going back to something or whatever, right? It's like it'll help a lot more with structuring. So I would try to I would try to kind of like maybe also reference like songs that you like that you know like take a look at how people like Chime, for example, are great examples of like how to do like a little section where it just goes into like chords and stuff outside of like the melodic or rhythm or whatever. Stuff like that would really help. Like if you reference that structuring, I think you'll find a better way to do such things. Thanks for the feedback. No problem, man. I got you. So yeah, main thing to take away. Control your resonances. Make sure your low mids aren't like too muddy, and you know that doesn't mean like completely cut out your low mids or anything, but like be careful for sure. Your drums and your structuring need a little bit of work, but other than that, I think you've got a really dope vibe going on. I like the idea of the drop. I think also some kind of like crowding issues and trying to get your main elements to stick out is a big one. But yeah, once you get those fixed, you've got a banger on your hands. So yeah, Clout, very nice, man. And let's go to the next one. All right, up next we have Ganymede with Journey Work in Progress. Let's go. Oh, this one. I would like take those like the notes and then like switch those up, because we kind of hear like I've heard this stream before, and that was like one main thing that I wasn't like too big on is the last 2 notes, right? You have the but the thing gets kind of like repetitive a little bit. I would try to like get some different notes in that. Like that kick. I don't know why. That's a nice low into it, I guess. It feels like the OTT is kind of, or fuck, feels like the guitar is kind of like OTT'd, but I wish it sounded more like less processed. It sounds a little too like unnatural sounding. I wish it was like more like acoustic sounding in that matter. Yeah. All right, peace out, Android. Okay. Oh fuck. So you definitely need the okay. The sub is at such a low note. You're in like, I think you're in like A sharp or B or something. The note is so low that you don't hear the sub anymore. And so you need, instead of having like a really clean sub, you definitely need to introduce some harmonics so that your sub here let me do the sub signs just for everyone else in the stream. I'm sure you understand how to, like, I guess, like how harmonics work, but might help others. So, all right, so we have a sub right now, right? Let's look at this on an EQ. We're playing a D right now. So if you have this, you can barely hear it. Why? And let me also turn it up. Okay, there you go. So it's like you can kind of like feel it, right? But if you play like a B or something, like let's play a B. Dang, I'm surprised I can hear that. But it's definitely not as prominent. You kind of need to add like you'd kind of have to add some of that. So that now you hear this instead of like only this. So that way you're not like limiting yourself to this lone sub note. You know what I mean? Yeah, like that. So that's the science behind like harmonics, and like the more harmonics you add, the more audible it is. Like your brain will kind of just fill it in. Like if I do that, then you can pretty clearly hear how it works. So yeah, that's for anyone who like wants to write a song in B minor. Be careful of that. Your sub might not. Yeah. Oh, you already added harmonics. Okay. Well, yeah, just crank it a little bit then. Like just starting my sub with noise is funny. Yes. That is fun. It's dope. It's really nice. G-sharp minor gang. G-sharp minor gang will know. Yeah, this is really dope, man. F-sharp minor is great. That's dope. Yeah, man, this is fucking sick. Like, other than like the sub thing, I don't really have much to say. One thing I noticed, and this is like consistent on like every track I've heard of you, is the sidechain hits early. Like you have like a little bit of empty space before the sidechain actually hits. And I think that might be like an FL like latency thing, if I'm not mistaken. Like unless you're doing it on purpose, but like it's a really subtle thing that kind of like wish wasn't there. Yeah, like drums and stuff hit really nice. It's a really well put together track. Other than the fact that it's in like B minor, which is just hard to make. Like it's difficult to make that hit right. You know, I mean, this is just a really solid track. Let me quick. My legs are becoming fatigued. Okay, let me. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, other than that, that's about all I have to say. Yeah, really nice, man. Like every time you send something in, it's always really good. You're consistently putting out really sick stuff. Trying to listen for like anything that might be wrong, but there's not really that much. So yeah, midsection is really sick. I really like this like little ARP that you've got going on too. I think the sub might be stereo here, but I don't think it is. I think like the the like some of the like low mids are like a little bit stereo, and that's what I'm hearing. But yeah, really fucking sick, man. Not much to say about it, and really well put together. So yeah, let's go to the next track. Nice job, Ganymede. All right. Up next we have us the re-speaking. It's a saw wave with a reverb filter. What? I've never heard that. That's kind of crazy. The re-speak. Wow. Shit. You just make sure the sub is mono. Yeah, we have Underdog with Wendy Go clip. Really nice intro. I think it kind of drags on for a little bit long. Like I feel like it could have just like ended there and then like went into the next section and it would have been fine. Okay, yeah, the little thing is getting a little bit repetitive now. Okay, it's just there to occupy the structure. So the drums are kind of quiet, which is why the sidechain feels kind of strong. So you need to crank the drums a little bit and make them nice and loud. And also the sidechain on the kick is really long. I think the snare's fine, but it might also be a little. I think it's just long in general. If you're using the same sidechain curve, then I would kind of shorten them both up. Sub is kind of weird. What key are you in? You're in. Oh, you're also. Oh, you're in C minor. Okay, you're in C minor. I see. I would definitely add. So I think what's going on right now, your sub is you have like. So let's use the same kind of thing, right? You have a sub that kind of goes like this. Your harmonics are louder than the fundamental of your sub. That's what it sounds like. It kind of sounds like something like that. So I would kind of like make sure that either you crank the fundamental or lower the harmonics a bit. I'd go for something like that. Like I would just kind of slap a little like thing like that on it. And it's a difficult mix. Yeah, it happens. Mixing tricky. But yeah. Let us continue. I felt like the sound design, the little thing, got a little bit repetitive as well, like the main yoink thing. Oh fuck, yo, yo, box with the $2. You're in C minor. I see, Eddie. Yeah, man. That is the. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $2. Just a lot, Dude, the mix on this is like really dope. Like the intro, like especially, is just really nice. You're doing a great job. Oh yeah, no, you addressed it in the description. I see. My bad. I think now you're saying everything is kind of like bare bones, but I'll just comment on it anyway. I would bring in some pads and like some maybe like rain ambience and stuff to really like fill up the background and stuff and make this like nice and ambient. I would also maybe like if this is like a track of mine, then I would add like a little Reese, but you know, obviously not everyone like, wants to do that. Yeah, that would like you have like a little sub thing going on. Um, but I think if you filled in like the low end with like a nice little Reese, it would fill in the low mids also a little bit better. But that's just a me thing. So, but I was thinking pads Reese etc. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Also, one little trick that I figured out. Now, this is not anything. This is just like a fun little thing that I figured out. Is let's say you have like a little let's get a marimba, right? Or like here we can. I'm gonna steal your melody, all right? Put this at 150. Fuck. All right. One thing I learned. Is it sounds you make something sound exponentially creepier when you like frequency shift it up like 10 hertz. You can't really hear it in context, but once you introduce like low end or like lower frequencies, it sounds like it starts to sound kind of dissonant. You could even go like further than that, like a few more hertz. See what happens. You get like a really like dissonant sound. I've been really enjoying doing that lately. Good point. I was thinking of adding double notes. Yeah, yeah, definitely do that. That's a good idea. And then you'll fill in the low end and stuff way better. But yeah, that's a little trick I figured out. You know, thought I'd share it real quick. But yeah, Underdog, this is fucking dope. I think the mix on the intros is really sick, like the mid sections and stuff. I think the drop could use a little bit more punch. Like just like it needs a little bit more like fattening up, I think. With like stuff like fat racks, like maybe a bit of OTT and stuff like that would really help make this thing punch through much nicer. Yeah, I think once you kind of bring that in, it'll really yeah, it's definitely just missing like kind of like a hugeness aspect to it, I think. Especially with a build up like this, you definitely need to emphasize. Don't worry, the faturator's coming. All right, sick man. Yeah, I think you if you want to have like a huge build and then kind of like make it like kind of empty sounding, you'd have to kind of pull an eliminate because he does that really well, where he like make it feel like you're huge and then he just like drops like this little tiny little pluck and really well. Stuff like that. But yeah, for your drop, I would definitely recommend making it a little bit more huge, and yeah, you're already on that. So yeah, Underdog, this is dope. Love what you're doing here, and keep it up for sure. Really nice. Yeah. That sustain was more of a scream. Would that do the trick? Maybe. Yeah, maybe that could work. I think it's good as it is. You know, and like with a little bit more variations, it would probably help. But yeah, it's good as it is, I think. But yeah, that's all I have to say for you. So yeah, man, Underdog, dope. Let's move on to the next track. All right. We got Mr. Japanese with Jpky. With Vanity, unreleased, possibly a work in progress. Let's go. Ooh, Desi. Labs piano moment. Mix is a little bit like over compressed sounding right now. I think you might have slapped one too many OTTs on it. I would recommend kind of yeah, like lowering the OTTs a little bit, and like this is like a kind of acoustic sounding section, so I don't think you necessarily need to add really any OTTs. Maybe like a little bit at like 30% or something, but definitely not like as much as you're doing it now. You were doing a really good job with the jazziness. I remember I commented on it sounding like out of key earlier, but this is, you've definitely highly increased the jazziness aspect of it and you've really nailed it here. This sounds really really dope, man. I think maybe, hold on. I think you could probably filter it out a little bit more and transition a little nicer into the next section. Yeah, it's a little bit abrupt. A fucking smoke alarm. It's kind of funny that you put a smoke alarm sounding thing in there, because there was a guy in my house just now who was fixing my sister's smoke alarm, so I thought it was, I had to double check that it wasn't going off. Oh wait, no, that's a microwave. It's a fucking microwave. Beautiful. Ooh, I like this. You know what this reminds me of? It's fucking Tokyo Machine. Like this chords remind me of Tokyo Machine. It's really dope. Really dope. I'm like mixing up words. I'm saying two words at once. So I was saying good and dope at the same time, so I said gope. I think if you're chopping up the chords like that, you have to get the melody to follow it. So I don't think that quite works there. Just because of the like differing rhythms, and you're not quite like capitalizing on it with like percussion and stuff either. So you kind of need to make the chords follow the rhythm of the melody, or vice versa. I think maybe instead of bringing it straight into the snares, you could like, in this build up, you could bring in an impact and just have it like play on the one, and then have like a few claps playing, and then filter in the snares. That way you're getting a smoother transition from huge chord stack to breakdown. I feel like it lacks a bit of impact, and that might be due to a variety of reasons, but one is I think your kick is kind of quiet. Maybe clap it, they could be a little louder. There you go. That bass guitar really makes this drop. Like it like that like tied the whole thing together. You also just like are missing like a sub right there for that part. Like, you're not bringing in any sub except for the chord stacks. Like, I think you need to just bring in like a separate sub and just slap that underneath, because you were just like straight up missing a sub in that section. Like, here, listen to this. There's just like no sub other than the kick. So you really need it. It's very important. I think there could be an impact there as well. maybe you could bring some of that like ambience in this intro. Like that would help. Oh, let me be clear. It's very important. Yeah, definitely be careful with your sub. I think that's what's missing. Like that's what's causing the sub to kind of miss its punch. Is there's like not enough sub, and yeah, definitely bring that in. Like, I think the only sub that you're getting is from the little chords. I'm like dwelling on this too much, but you get the point. Like, it's very important that you get the sub just right, and that way you'll have a way punchier drop. So yeah, definitely get that sorted out. Yeah, I mean, other than that, these like mid sections are really dope. I think the chords you've nailed. Garlic phone X RGB Obama prism. Absolutely, man. It's an inside joke for everyone who doesn't get it. Yeah. Hey man, Mr. Japan, this is dope. I like what you're doing. I like your funny words, Magic Man, Mr. Microwave Man. The drop. You really brought in the fucking microwave into the drop. Absolute legend. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate the feedback as always. Yeah, no problem, man. I got you. But yeah, really dope, and yeah, I think once you get the sub figured out, this will hit a lot nicer. Definitely make it like a fat element because it's like that important. Like you need to really like bump it up. Make sure you also EQ your saw stacks and stuff to exclude any sub, so that way your sub has all the room in the mix. But yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, and up next we have Herbert. We have Baxter with "I have nothing this week." Broken heart emoji. That's so sorry.
So I didn't have anything to submit this week because I've been lazy, but here's something I made in 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I think the sidechain could be like a smidge longer, like a little bit longer. Like it's almost good as it is. So the main thing that you have needs to be you have like a stereo thing in like the low mids. So I think you should sort that out. You'll see in the description. You want to get your mixing sorted. So some mixing advice. I got you. Yeah, make the low mids like take a mid side EQ. Here, I'll just show you. Take a mid side EQ. In case anyone doesn't know this, if you have a stock Ableton EQ, you can't. Cool. If you're in Ableton, right, you can go here to mode stereo and put it to M/S, which stands for mid/side. And what you do is you now you're on the mids, and you can EQ out anything that's like pan to like the sides, or like that's just completely mono. So you go to the sides, right? And you get a little low cut. And boom, you're removing anything that is in the low end from the stereo field. It's gone. You've Alakazammed it. So now the only thing that's stereo is in the high end. So yeah, that is how you do it. But I would put it up to like maybe like that far, something like that. To just avoid any like weird. All right, yeah. Kick is also like maybe a little bit too quiet. It's like all right, but I think it could be just a slight bit louder. If you want to get your mixing sorted, then I would recommend you you start with it like. Mixing, getting a clean mix is like 90% of the sub. If you don't have your sub sitting right, then your mix is gonna sound pretty bad. So what you need to do. Now I'm not saying your sub is bad because it's fine, but you know, like if you want to get like an ultra clean mix, then you should get a just a clean sine wave with 1 or 2 harmonics. As such, you get a little operator. Where are we at? All right, here we go. Let's pretend like we're on D. I don't know if you're in D minor or not, but Let us pretend. Yeah, just get like that many harmonics. Make sure the second peak isn't too loud. I found that bringing down the second harmonic a little bit, it gives me like a really nice effect. Like something like that. You can kind of like like this is like a yeah. Anyway, yeah, something like that. So you would get your thing to sit right. Put a soft clipper on your master. Put like copy these settings. Like put a digital clip, soft clip on, and don't touch the drive. And this will prevent anything from going over 0 decibels. And so it's like it acts like a limiter, except you don't hear it. It's like really subtle. So that'll improve your mix tenfold. Another thing is drum selection. If you have like a really distorted kick, then your mix will sound kind of distorted as well. Like even if you're not actually distorting through the master, it'll sound like it kind of. So I'll duck to OZ, cut everything below 20 hertz. Yeah, that would also help. That if you have like excess low end, then yeah, you'd probably want to cut that out. But I don't think you do, so you should be fine. But if it's like if you just see like a huge like peak in like the low end, like like that much low end, then yeah, definitely cut that out. But yeah, that's that. Make sure another tip is go on your master. Put a little low cut like this, and then like just play a track. Like here, let me grab like Shark Bite or something. My song Shark Bite. And just listen to the drop. Like, okay, so I get this is badly mixed because it's an old song. The sub is stereo. Nice. But yeah, like do that and then make sure nothing is clipping. If you hear anything that's like not in the low end specifically, then you'll hear it like kind of crackling. So that means you know something is wrong. So like try to kind of pinpoint it. And that's like 90% of the mixing process. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Let's go back to yeah. So. Yeah, that's about all I hear for your tune, but yeah, definitely try those out. Yeah, you really like most sounds. My speakers, oh shit, my speakers barely play anything below like 40 hertz, so you know definitely cut anything below 20 hertz. Like there's no way you'll ever hear it. Yeah, let's go to the next. Where we at right now? We have finished the chord section. Go to on yeah, let me do boom 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 boom. All right, we good. Okay, your mic cuts out every time you move away from it. Fuck, that can't be can't be happening. I'll get closer. Here we go. Now it's probably clipping. Oh, is it actually like? Oh, the gate. Right. The gates. Move that down a bit. How's that? Is that? I hope that's better. It might not cut out anymore. Okay. Feedback. Oh fuck, that's the wrong one. There we go. All right. Up next we have Decent. I think that's or Decent. I don't know. Decent with Feast clip. Let's go. Ooh, fancy chords. Better? Okay, cool. Thanks. You have the piano, which is kind of panned to the right a little bit, and there's like higher resonances in that like right ear. So I would kind of like pan it to the middle a little bit more if possible. Okay, I must confess, I was not expecting that in the slightest.
This is the end.
Okay, drums are not punching through that hard. You need a so right now you have a kind of like a rhythmy, trappy kind of kick. You need a kick that has a really high pitch bend, and so the click has like the initial transient has like a hard click in kind of like the high end. I would get one of those. The snare also is like way too rhythmy. You kind of need to have like a more snappy one instead of like a kind of one that like fades in and kind of like, you know what I mean? You really need like a huge like you're hitting you're hitting a massive gong is kind of what you. Yeah, reference some like Murata drums. I think that those like would help you a lot rather than like these rhythmy drums. I think there might be a little bit too much going on with the elements. Like you have like the you have like your main like yoink thing, right? Which is fine, but then you also have like the top synth thing, which is like it's like too prominent to feel like a background element. So you kind of have to decide which one do you want in the foreground. Yo, Gobsmacker with another $10. Let's fucking go. Love you, buddy. It's your boy Gobsmack. Yo, what the fuck? Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. God damn. Hey, man, you didn't have to do that. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, that means a lot. Appreciate it, man. Wow. Yeah, I think so. Definitely, what I would do for your main lead thing is, like just pretend this is the lead. All right. Like this thing. Hello. Why can't I can't hear it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Right, reverb. This is what I would do. You get a little reverb, and then you put the K time down and the size down, and you turn up the dry wet to like I don't know 90 something%, and it'll sound way more in the background. Now you can kind of like OTT it or something like on like let's say like 50%. Crank it a little bit. So it's still like as loud, but it'll feel more in the background, and that way you're not like impeding on the main yoink thing. That help. I've noticed that helps a lot with bringing out main elements and like pushing back elements that don't really matter too much, but are more for like backup. In my songs, so I would recommend doing that. Build up was really loud, and like it came out of nowhere, like absolutely nowhere. I think you kind of need to transition from this like really nice like kind of like you know, you're sitting in like a nice like grass field in the Swiss Alps, you know. Kind of need to transition a little bit better. You need to kind of like bring in, either make it like evil a little bit by like just bringing in some like weird tensiony elements, and then kind of like slowly bringing in some like yoinks or stuff like that. Just progressively like layering more stuff to eventually come up to this build. Maybe try having the intro glitch out really bad. Yeah, exactly. Like stuff like that. Yeah, I would like definitely recommend kind of doing some control in that area. But yeah, that is what I'd recommend. But yeah.
This is the end.
Yeah, I think the drop hits like pretty decent. As long as that's your name. I think the drop hits pretty okay. Just as long as you replace the drums, it'll hit a lot harder. And yeah. Oh, your internet died. Oh shit, rip. I pieced the intro together in like 10 minutes before submissions opened, so that's why it sounds like that. Oh, okay. All right. No worries. Yeah, then I'm sure you'll spend a lot more time like perfecting it and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, decent, very nice. And let's go to the next track. All right, and up next we have Minty with Goldfish. Read description. Hi, that's the whole description. All right, man. Minty, are we gonna get rickrolled again, or like we're gonna? I swear to God. So we've been what rickrolled, stick bugged. We're gonna get hey stinkied. Here's my predictions. We're gonna get either hey stinkied, or we're gonna get like Spanish Inquisition or something. I don't. It's some weird shit. Ooh. I don't know about that chord. That's a little weird. That note is a little bit weird. I think the cymbals could have a little bit like a stronger presence, so a little bit louder, a little bit more in the forefront would really help. Just like the crashes, and I wish they were also kind of on like the quarter notes a little bit stronger. We're gonna cardinal sin. It's a suspended chord. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't sit quite right. It's like I feel like if you wanted to include a suspended chord, you'd kind of have to capitalize on it a little bit more, as in like you need to make it a little bit more apparent that that's like intentional, but it doesn't feel too intentional. It just rather feels like just a random chord kind of like slapped in. So yeah.
You just got pranked.
At least I predicted the part where we would get pranked in some manner, but not like this. Not like this. I didn't. We got pranked. God damn it, Minty. Alright, well, you little prankster, this is a dope track. I just wish that one chord was a little bit more intentional feeling and more yeah, like in either like I would just change that like note to be like a semitone down or up or something, so that it feels inky. But yeah, Minty, a cool track. Other than that, I like the sound design. I think there's a kind of like a lack of like low mids as well. Maybe you could bring in like a mid bass or something to fill up those frequencies. Maybe you could also take the main yoink or main color bass thing and layer it with other like patches or like impulses, like melodic impulses, to get them to like fill up more frequencies and make it nice and full sounding. But yeah, Minty, nice track, prankster. All right, up next we have Tenobite music with Endless Pain. Let's go. That's dope. Oh, you know what that reminds me of? That sounds a lot like conic sections by your boy Phonon. In a good way. Ooh. Oh my God. Man, that's really dope. Okay, you are experiencing this one phenomenon that's the distortion, like extra harmonics phenomenon, and that is when you like saturate like a sound in kind of like the mid range, you end up with extra low end that you don't want, and that's kind of a mixing thing. So you need to kind of like not distort it as much and get like a little bit less low end out of distorting it as much as you are. So try to kind of do some gain control like in your sound design somewhere and basically reduce the amount of saturation that you're bringing into it, or cut the lows, but like that you still kind of like will hear that weird like low end kind of exist, you know. I felt like this transition was a little bit weird because you were kind of going straight into like you went from this huge like massive sound to like this weird like now like kind of closed in like relaxed drum beat. So I would recommend kind of you could honestly probably just cut out the drums for a little bit and then bring them in later, but I wouldn't transition straight into the drums. That little lead was a little bit louder, the thing, and like it sounds kind of like a vocal chop. I wish that was a little bit louder. The kick is like weird in certain places. Like sometimes it hits fine, but then other times the transient is a little bit weird. Like it kind of feels like it's missing a little bit of like transient. So I would kind of, I don't know, it's like maybe it's a little bit too quiet. I think that might be it. Like I think everything is too loud in comparison for it to hit like punch nicely. If you like turn it up and it distorts, then I would like turn down every other element instead of turning down your thing about, you know what I mean, like the thingy, basically don't distort the low end, get a clean mix. That kick is too quiet. It's like it's too quiet for this. Yeah, like you need to like add a fat impact and wait for the drums to come in. Like wait like 8 bars and then bring the drums in, because otherwise it just doesn't transition nicely. To be honest, I don't think you in this drums like section, I don't think you need to have any sidechain, and I also think the kick is a little bit too like EDM-y. I think you could go for something a little bit more trappy or like acoustic sounding. Yeah, and you definitely don't need like sidechain here. You could easily just go with like a nice little rim shot, or at least reduce the sidechain. You know what I mean?
You just got me.
I'm heartbroken. What have these streams come down to? I'm being rickrolled every day. I'm being stick bugged and you know what? Who am I kidding? I fucking love that song. The Rickroll song is great. It's like it's a great. I don't even know like fuck. It's just the fact. No, you know what sucks? It's cause like I've been fooled and I've been hit when I least expected it. And I somehow didn't see the Rickroll coming, despite there being like this weird, wow, there's suddenly a loudness thing. I'm angered. You got me, Tenobite. Can't believe it. The thing is, if it was a bad song, the Rickrolling would have ended like 12 years ago. See, that's a great point. It's just a fucking wonderful song, you know? It's a great song. And you know, fucking yeah. Yeah, no, this is a banger. I think like it's just really like you're doing a good job with filling in the like every frequency range, and like you're making it sound really full, which is like, you know, just a well done thing. So well done there. It definitely hits, and I think you've got a banger on your hands. A little bit of like transition work would really help. You know, stuff like impacts, reverse crashes, like waiting for the drums to come in, stuff like that will really help you improve your transitions a little bit more. Yeah, once you get that sorted, you'll be good to go. So yeah, Tenobite, very nice. And let's go to the next track. All right, up next we have Hyena with Work in Progress. Let's go. Really getting any sub fundamental here, just kind of like the harmonics around the main sub, and I wish there was a little bit more main sub. Drums also get like kind of drowned out by like every other element. Wish they were a little bit louder, tiny bit more sidechain, not too much, because you have like a very like electronic like subby kick, so if you sidechain it'll sound like too much, so just a little bit. Yeah, and this vocal really like crowds everything up, and you don't really want that. You kind of need to make some room for it. I would like low pass everything, and like find where the vocal sits in the frequency range, and low pass it beyond that point, so that you only get the vocal, and it'll like you'll just hear it way better. I don't know about this like build-up pattern. It's like you have this like weird like dotted note pattern, but I don't know if I'm a fan. It sounds kind of confusing. That piano thing is also so far in the background. Okay. I will comment on this. You like, okay, you've established this really like funky rhythm, right? There's like 16th note hype rhythm. Then you're going into a build up, so like the logical thing is to go into a drop, but then you bring in this like weird like atmospheric section right here. And now I don't think that quite fits. It's like you need to like, I feel like if you remove this, it would function the same as just like a normal like drop, if you know what I mean. I definitely would remove this or like put it somewhere else, you know what I mean? Because you've like established all this energy, and now you're kind of just like tossing it out the window. Also like a weird high-end frequency in the present.
And burn!
Ooh. Okay, the drums need to be louder, and the sub needs to be louder as well, and that'll give it like 10 times more punch. Yeah, and there's not quite enough punch in the whole drop as like in general. Like it needs to. You need to add like to the main basses, just like slap on some fat racks, saturators, OTTs, stuff like that, and really make this whole thing punch through like way more. There's definitely not enough of that. Like the idea is like real. It's like there, but it's like just missing like something, and I can't quite put my finger on it, except. Like the main thing I can tell you is just like fatten everything up a little bit, but there's I don't know. There's like trying to kind of like think of what it is.
Come close and burn.
Probably a mix of the the sub and like fattening issues, and then also there's like almost no stereo. It's like the stereo field is very like closed off, so you definitely need to add some more, you know, dimension expanders. Make sure you're not going into the low end, as in like with stereo stuff. Like keep it to just the don't go into the muddy like 300-ish range. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it sounds dope. Yeah, it's just missing that, and yeah, it's also just like a little bit quiet. And especially compared to the build-up, it's like the drop is quieter than the build-up, so you need to turn down the build-up gradually. Look up Barely Alive's build-up tutorial and just follow what he does with the utility on the master.
And burn!
Yeah, highly recommend that. Yo, Yandere Beats, let's go. Hey Ned, love your streams. I sent you a link. I promise I'm not trolling. Okay. All right, I'm suspicious of trolling now. But hey, Yandere Beats, thank you so much for the $10 donation, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get to yours right away. Or wait, hold on, wait, no. After this one is what I meant to say. Yeah, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. We're 100% gonna get trolled here, but you know, it happens. It happens. We will see though. All right. Promise I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Hyena, I think you've got the ideas down, and yeah, I don't know about this little midsection. I'm not a fan. I think it kind of like kills the energy a little bit. But yeah. Other than that, cool track. It's a work in progress still, so you know, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that you still would want to tweak. Oh, you already did that, but it's not enough. Okay, got you. I think you're talking about the Barely Alive build-up thing, right? Yeah, I would definitely a highly recommended thing in the book of recommendations. So yeah, let's go to the next track. Dope track. Let's go. All right. Up next. Oh god, that is a chunky waveform. Up next we have Yandere with Fading. Let's go. Resonance in like the low, like I want to say it's like the 500 hertz ish range, kind of. There's a lot of like low in there. I would definitely try to EQ it so that you're kind of reducing that. Look at like an EQ graph and like play your song out and see like where there's like a lot of peaks and try to lower that a little bit. It'll be in like the 200 to 500 hertz range ish. There's definitely a little bit too much of that, and that's why this waveform looks so thick, probably. Drum flow change would really help, because you're kind of like, you have a drum loop that lasts like 2 beats, and then you're kind of like looping that over and over again. I would try to kind of like switch up, like spice it up a little bit, you know, do like switch it up, put a little snare here and there that like does some funky stuff. Just switch up a kick and like make a longer loop out of it, instead of just like make like a 4-bar loop out of your drums, and make like a ABAC kind of pattern. And try to implement that. I think what's causing the brick wall so far, like the brick wall like waveform, is that sub that you have playing, which I'm also not like a fan of. It has that same issue that we talked about before, where it's like is this the where's the sub? This is the sub. Where you have a harmonic that's louder than the actual sub. Kind of like that. So you don't want that. You want your main, like, you want that to stick out more than this. So you hear kind of like that. And yeah, definitely like, unless you have like a bass guitar or something, in which it's fine, but you don't have a bass guitar, so you yeah. You definitely want that to be a little bit more controlled. Right now, it just also feels like a really long loop. You know, it doesn't really feel like it's like has a solid structure other than just kind of like progressively adding more and more elements until it's like at this point. You know. I would definitely love to see more structure where you like take away elements and like just slap something completely different in and you know switch it up. Like follow a more like pop song structure. It just drags on for too long, you know what I mean? Like, we've had kind of like 1 minute 39 of like the same elements kind of repeating over and over again, you know, the same sub, same like everything, you know? I would love to see a more song, like pop song structure. Have like a build up, like a clear build up, like a clear drop, intro, etc. Yeah. Also, it sounds like you have a limiter on your master or something, but it's kind of squashing everything. It's causing some elements, like you'll hear I think the background elements kind of start to duck in volume when like the drums play. So listen closely for that. Like, listen for the little like, the little like high whistle kind of melody. Listen for that and try to like listen where it dips in volume. Sometimes you'll hear like a hi-hat play and it'll like dip in volume like ever so slightly. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you've definitely got some like limiter on the master that like is causing all this. So I would really take that off. If you're like using a limiter to like crank, like get it to sit this loud, then I would just take it off and like just leave it as is. You kind of just have to like a limiter on the master isn't really gonna fix anything. You know what I mean? You need to have a more solid how do I describe this? Like a more defined. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Your mix isn't going to be fixed by a limiter on the master, right? So if you have like an okay mix, let's say, in a hypothetical situation, and you slap a limiter on it and then like crank it, you'll usually make the mix worse. Like, you really don't need to put anything on the master if your mix sounds good already. If you're like happy with how a track sounds without a limiter, then don't put a limiter on it. Like, the only thing that I have on my master, for example, is a soft clipper. Like, that's it. Oh wait, you can't see that. Like, I only have a soft clipper on the master. This is like, I have this turned off, but like, this acts like a limiter, right? So you have a digital clipper on, a soft clipper, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? And yeah, like once you put this on, it'll limit anything from going over 0 dBs. So, you know, boom, there you go, easy fix. Oh my god, Landon, let's go. August, excited. Big things coming soon, fellas. Yeah, it does get pretty repetitive. I will be honest. It's just like a lot of just the same elements repeating over and over again. It's especially like the drum beat is contributing to it, and just the elements that are just like progressively just existing for long periods of time. You just need to switch up. Like, it's just the pop song structure that you need to be following that just doesn't really exist here. Yeah, like you are like progressing it. It's just like there's like so little like defined structuring going on that I don't know if it's supposed to be like a drop or like a more progressed version of what you're going for. Like, you know, you got to just define it more, and you know, once you get that, you got a solid track. So do some like effort and try to put some effort into trying to like reference a pop song of your choosing, or like any dubstep track, or you know, whatever your favorite artist is, and see how they structure their music and try to copy it, you know. I feel like that's one of those things where you're like, who's Candace, and then you know, you gotta get Candace. Yo, that's kinda true. A little bit. Hey, but like at least it's funny to me, you know. At least it's funny to me. So I'm my own laughter. It's all good. You know what I mean? We all know about Candace, but have you heard about Kizzy? Just get a laugh track? You're a genius, dude. I should get a laugh track. I should get a laugh track. That's a genius idea. That's a lot of high, like harsh high frequencies that you, and this is caused by the limiter. Like I can tell this is caused by the limiter because as soon as the sub is gone for the first time in, by the way, this is like for the first time in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The first time in 3 minutes and 40 seconds, the sub is stopped, which is not intentional or not ideal. What I should be saying. You kind of need to stop the sub every now and then. You need to stop the like take away elements, add elements here and there. You know, kind of like keep it interesting. If we're 3 minutes and 40 in, and we have, this is the first time in your song's history that we've had the sub stop, you kind of need to like reevaluate your song structure. And now I've been very like like redundant on this, so I do apologize. But you know, it's an important thing to make this like a solid track. You know what I mean? But yeah. A lot of high end like harsh frequencies that you kind of gotta EQ out. It's in like the I want to say like 3K hertz ish range, just wherever that like high melody is sitting. Yeah. I think like you've got the vibes down, of course, but it's like the dragging on of like the same elements kind of over and over again that's causing the issues here that I'm hearing. And I definitely wish it wasn't the case that was a thing. And I think that would greatly improve the track if you really take the time to really rearrange your track and try to get like each section to feel more more solid, right? So that being said, also I would like, when you do restructure it, I would make sure you don't step into the range of like you still use the same elements the whole way through, because you do have to keep it like non-repetitive, right? So you want to have parts where the elements are gone, you know, switch everything up like every 8 bars and make it nice and interesting. Yeah, that definitely seems like the biggest issue right now is just your structuring. So, yeah, once you get that figured out, easy claps, and yeah, that's what I would recommend for you. So, Yandere, cool vibes of your track, and I would love to hear this. You know, if it's when it's restructured. Yeah, I'm gonna go for like 3 more tracks, and then I'm gonna end the stream off. Yeah, so we'll do 3 more. So, all right. Up next, we have Sup, I'm Psycho with Speak Bass Madness. Let's go. You've got a lot of like volume imbalances. Like you need to kind of like get your each volume to sit like equally, right? So like that doesn't mean like if you have like a main element or something or like a background element, then obviously those would be different volumes. But what you want to be like your main element, you need to make louder, and what you want your background elements to be, you got to make quieter. And we're getting a huge like imbalance of those elements. Like I can't tell what I'm supposed to be listening to because the because of the volumes, like it just doesn't like click what I'm supposed to be listening to. This is a cool idea though. Oh, I see what the main element is. It's like the S from the speak bass. Yeah, no, I see now. Yeah. Definitely a big thing is the volume imbalance. Sub is sitting nicely. There's a criminal lack of low mids. You definitely need to add like a mid bass or something and get everything else to like fatten up a little bit more, with like OTTs and stuff like that. Just kind of process everything a little bit more. Yeah, like, I think when you I think the kick could be louder. Yeah, but once you get everything mixed, it should have like a much nicer impact. So it just sounds like the volume is constantly fluctuating as well. Do you have like a limiter on your master? Because if you do, then I would take that off. Add like a soft clipper instead, because it'll have the same effect. Yeah, that's the biggest thing right now, is the volumes. And yeah, definitely get that sorted out. If you have a limiter on the master, then it could be that you have like some frequencies that are peaking through the limiter, and it's causing everything else to duck as a result, and you don't want that. So if you do have a limiter on your master, then definitely take that off and replace it with a soft clipper. But yeah, short little clip. Don't really have much to say about it other than that. So yeah, Psycho, cool track. All right, up next we have Kratoa with Must Die Chaos Kratoa Remix V2. Let's go. That transition from this section to this like build up is a little bit weak. I think you should kind of remove a few elements and like bring it in that way rather than, and like maybe filter in the drums as well, and that way you're like taking away enough elements to make it feel like a different section rather than it feeling kind of like the same-ish section and then going in the other. It needs a lot more punch. Like the thing with like a brass horn is it is like the most primal, like huge fucking sounding like instrument that exists, pretty much. So you need to follow it up with the fattest fucking bass you've ever heard. So if you want to keep this drop as it is, you need to like make that brass horn like a little bit more like gentle and like less huge sounding. You know what I mean? You could do that by like like just completely deleting it and making your own kind of like melody with it. Or what I think you're going for is you should completely fatten up everything, and you're not quite gonna get that with a little like melody thing. You need to have like, not sure how to make a strong mid bass. Don't have serum. I don't think you have like a lack of like low mids. Like I think it's all right. Like I think you just need to add chords. You need to like add fat racks, OTTs and stuff. Like you just need to really like try to beefing up the sound as much as you humanly can to get it to like punch really nicely. I felt like that snare was a little too loud. Like ever so slightly too loud. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you definitely need some chords. That's just it. Like you need the big boy chords. Get some nice like tonal presence in that manner, and then you'll fill up that space a little bit more and get some big what do you call it? Yeah, you get the idea. Like it'll make it sound more huge. That brass horn thing has some weird low end to it as well. Vibes are definitely there. I like the vibes. I feel like the low end of your main synth is like a little bit like weirdly panned. Like it sounds like the low end is panned to the left a little bit. So definitely try to keep that centered. Double check if it's mono. I'm not too sure. Like I can't quite tell. It's very subtle. Uh-oh, my stream is fucking shitting itself. I'm still here. It should be good now. I hope it's good. Are we good? Yeah, we're back. We're back. Okay. We're good. Okay. Let me rewind there. It's dope. Maybe some pads and like ambience here, like thunderstorm or something. The melody sounds a little bit like kind of all over the place. Like it's like I can tell you have a structure to it, but it's like I feel like it would be better if you like made it a little bit more like you have like a lot of like repeating notes after one another, like da 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 da, stuff like that. I feel like if you kind of kept them one note, then it'll feel less chaotic and more followable. You know what I mean? Not enough punch. Like yeah, it's kind of hard to like tell you what to upgrade and like what to do to fatten it up, because there's just like a lot of ways to do it, and like it's like the thing with like his style is like Must Die style is like you kind of need to have like an element of like dissonance to it, and like just like a huge like I think in the original he follows it up with like a sustained bass. I still haven't heard the original, which I should probably take a listen, but yeah I don't know. I wish I could tell you like exactly what to do to make it like work, but you just need to add like so many like elements in it to make it like huge sounding. And it's just like a tough remix to do, you know. Especially for like this more like kind of like laid back style that you've kind of established for yourself. So I don't know. I think it's possible to make it work. Of course, anything is possible. You just need to kind of, yeah. It's hard to put it together, you know. You have triplets against eighth notes right now going on, which causes like a clash of grooves. So you have like the da 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 da, and then also the da na 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 na, right? Yeah, kind of like a lot of like overlap of like other melodies as well. Like it sounds like you have like 3 melodies kind of playing at the same time. You are doing a good job of like keeping the main one as your as like the focus of the track, but definitely not like enough to or like no, like your main element is fine. You just like the other. I feel like you just need more chords instead of melodies, counter melodies. So, yeah, more chords than counter melodies is what like it's definitely super vibey. This is a really vibey track. It's just hard to make it work with this like extreme, almost like tear out like track. You know what I mean? With this like these massive brass stabs, and then you've got this like super like fun and you know like playful style. So it's hard to make it work. But hey, I hope it's possible to be fixed with the feedback I've given you. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope it gets sorted out. Yeah, Kutol, nicely done, and let's go to the next track. And this is the last one for today, and after this one I will be hopping off. But up next we have Blazik with Static MAEP. Let's go. Yo, that's the Sharks thing. I can't like skip like I would see. I've established you know the system, and I would have loved to put you up next, but that would be against the system, and that would make Blazik angry or something. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Do you have like a limiter on the it sounds like you have a limiter on the master or something, because the kick or like all the elements are kind of like ducking when the kick plays. No, when the clap, maybe you have everything sidechained to the clap, which is not ideal. I wouldn't like the sidechain or the clap goes too fast if you have a sidechain to that, for it to kind of like keep up in a way. So you want to remove the sidechain from the clap if that's the case. If you have a limiter on the master though, just take that off because you don't really need it. Just add a soft clipper instead. I wish the sub and the melody harmonized, because right now you have the sub following exactly what the melody does. And so you don't really get like a sense of like what chord we're like playing currently. Like you don't really you have a chord progression because of it. Could be sidechaining with the limiter too. Yeah, that's yeah, possible. If it's a limiter on the master, then it could just be squashing everything. Yeah. See, the reason this shark sample works is because it has like a chord, right? It's like it's constantly playing a chord, so you know what like chord progression you're in. You know that you're constantly on a minor key, but because you're like constantly following your sub is constantly following your melody, it's like hard to follow as a result. Did you say 3 more when you went on my track, so the next one should be last? No, I mean, I apologize if there was any miscommunication. I meant it as like, we do like 3 more, including yours, so this would be the last one. I think just like introducing some chords in general into your drop would just help. Like if you just have like a constant like minor impulse thing play, it would help a lot. Sounds like you have like excess low end that's kind of clashing with your sub at some points. Like I'm not sure like where. Right there, right. Wait. Right there. You hear it? Yeah, it's like somewhere in there. There's like multiple subs playing at the same time, which is causing them to clash. No, I meant to. So we went to your track, right? And then like what I meant was we do more like 3 more tracks, including yours, which would end up on this one. Or now I don't remember, but I remember there being 3 more tabs open like at the top of my browser, and then they were like I was like, all right, 3 more, and then we're done. Sorry, I really didn't mean to cause any confusion, but yeah, that's what I meant. There we go. Yeah, it's just like it's like what you're doing right now is you have just like is this a solid? All right, perfect. You have like like let's just put down like a random melody, right? Right, like this is your melody, right? Let's just pretend this is your melody. Right, like that. Now, what seems to be the case is that you have just your sub doing this. When really what would help a lot is if you did this, like you put this, you do this. Like now you have a chord progression because this sub is like now like harmonizing with this stuff. So you could even just like you could even do this like you know. See now you have a chord progression, and now it sounds way more like like developed and like full, rather than just kind of like having a few notes play at the same time. Appreciate how you show us and not just talk about it. Yeah, I'm glad you like that because see, like whenever I'm like into a feedback stream and they like say something, sometimes I just don't know what they're talking about. So I hope that showing people will just solve that. That's dope. Why didn't you like put that earlier, dude? That was a really dope element. It has a little bit much high end, but it sounds dope. I like that. Yeah, I think your ideas are here. They just need a little bit more execution to really be pulled off right. And excuse me. Once you've got that, you know, this would be a very, very solid track. And I think it already is a pretty good track. It just definitely needs that extra bit of, you know, like finishing touches to finish it up. But yeah. Blazik, cool track. And yeah. That ends off the feedback stream for today. Oh, fuck, wrong one. Yeah, that concludes the feedback stream for today. So, if you enjoyed, I had a great time. Thank you for sending in all your tunes today. There will be a video out tomorrow, which I still gotta like fucking fully edit. Yeah, video out tomorrow, stream on Saturday, and yeah. That's about it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for all the donos today. I really appreciate all of you. And I appreciate all you chatting in the chat and hanging out. And yeah, I will see you later. Peace.